audios are. Shalom, family. Shalom.
Shalom, everyone. Shalom.
Yes. This is a good day. Hallelujah.
Yes, it is. Our apologies for not having the audio.
Yeah. It's something sometimes when you're running these things and they don't pick up. But anyway, the audio's on now. We're going to be talking to you all about kind of how the rap industry changed over the years. We're going to talk about some of the artists, some of the rap artists, and how things were back in the days and how things are kind of over the years, how things changed, why it changed.
Mm-hmm.
This one is titled was KRS One, Lauryn Hill, and others trying to warn us with their lyrics.
We also want to talk about the fact that sometimes when people do warn, there is a price to pay for that. This is why, we're constantly talking about putting on the whole armor of Yah that you may be able to stand.
Yes.
We have to put on that armor because the enemy is very busy, but so is the Most High. We have to keep that in mind. For those who said that the sound is low, is that better? We're going to try to speak as loudly as we can.
Yes.
Our apologies if things are not sounding off properly. But very important topic ahead. We're going to be getting into some very important things that need to be heard.
Yes.
And again, as Watchman stated, how music has changed over the years. And we're going to tell you why it has changed.
That's right. It's sad. I can go back. I'm 60 years old, so I can see the change because I know what it was like when I was young, when I was a teenager. Even before I was a teenager, I could see the songs and how some music was different. You know what I mean? The relationship with the black man and the black woman was a good relationship back in the days, But over the years, things have really changed, and all of this is due to the music. It's due to the hip hop music and the rap industry.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these changes came forth.
And I wanted to point out something very, very important and very significant. The reason why it has changed, you have to ask yourself, who started throwing money at it?
Yeah.
Okay? Who said, I want into this industry, right?
Yeah.
So we already know that it started a long time ago, but when our people started to put out certain music, others took notice of it.
Yeah.
And they wanted in on it, but they also wanted to change the narrative. So
that's right.
They didn't just want in just to make money, but they said we've got to change the narrative too, because so many of these folk are trying to send a message in their music, just like the slaves did back in the day, trying to give you a map through the Underground Railroad through your songs, right? Okay, so the same thing happened with a lot of those. Not everyone in the rap industry, but a lot of people back then decided that they were going to try to send a message to the people through the songs.
And don't misunderstand things, too. We're not telling you go out and buy all these different artists that we're talking about their music and listen to their music. We're just bringing the facts that people were using rap back in the days to try to bring a positive message. Mm-hmm. And to send a positive message. And you know how the enemy works. When the enemy sees something like that, the enemy is like, no, we got to break this up. And I can't have them sending these people no positive messages that's going to help them rise up out of their situation. We don't need that.
And even if it wasn't necessarily a positive message, but a warning, okay, that can be considered positive as well if someone's trying to warn you of something that's going on.
Right.
And so that's what we saw a lot of in a lot of the lyrics. There was also some correction in the lyrics, trying to get the black community to pay attention. And so we're going to be going over some of these lyrics to show you all exactly what we are talking about, what some of our people were trying to do through their music. And one thing that I wanted to know, what Yusuf said here. Yusuf said, good point. The handlers wanted to bring out collective vibes down.
That's right.
Exactly. What I want our people to know is that a lot of our people were telling a story because they saw what was happening in our communities and they saw why it was happening. And so they used their lyrics to get a certain message across to the people, because that was really the only way. Music is an international platform, right? Usually music is going to be played on the radio, whereas if you're singing at a local club somewhere, or you're singing at a local church, it's only going to stop there, in many cases, right? But when they established this genre, some people said we're going to use it for good, right? And so we're going to be getting into some of these lyrics.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing. Like my wife said, it's when you have lived through these times and you see it happening. He said, "Man, what's going on?" Because I remember back, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't into rap back in these days because I had gotten saved, and so I didn't listen to nothing but gospel music back in these days. But I do remember some of the songs, and I remember how positive some of the songs were, and so. But I thought it was strange how it went from this positive singing, rapping, and then the next thing you know, it's all about cutthroat killing. I'm killing him, and he's looking up at the top of the
roof of the ceiling.
Sanctuary, because he's in a casket. You know,
right?
These rappers that would come out, would make some songs that was so crazy. I was like, what in the world? And I remember when the song DMX did years ago called "Up in Here." Mm-hmm. When I heard the lyrics to that song, I was like, man, what is this? You know, I was like, man, this is like crazy. But it seemed like it went from there, from the other stuff to this here. So we're going to cover some of these lyrics.
Mm-hmm. I see what some are saying about Lauryn Hill. Before we get into that, I want to cover some of these lyrics. But yeah, that's what happens though. Sometimes if you are not strong enough to fight the fiery darts of the enemy, the enemy will back you into a corner.
Yes.
This is why we always talking about put on the whole armor of Yah, that you may be able to what? Stand.
That's
okay?
Right.
You got to be able to stand.
That's
if
right.
you come out strong against the enemy, you got to be able to stand.
You got to be able to stand.
You got to be able to stand. You can't back down, right?
That's
because
right.
people are going to watch and see that too.
That's right.
We're going to get into some of these lyrics, y'all. We'll get into some of these lyrics.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about KRS One. When I first heard this song that KRS One did, first, I'm going to be honest with you, right? I didn't know who KRS One was. That's why I say I was into gospel music. And I really didn't know who he was. When I first found out about KRS One, it was through Craig Lewis. Mm-hmm. Okay, Craig Lewis was talking against the man and talking about this and talking about that, and talking about how he dealing with demons and they sold their souls and just all kinds of stuff. You know, I can't quote exactly what Craig Lewis was saying about, but that's when I first heard about KRS One. Mm-hmm. And so my first, when I first heard about him, my view of him was very negative. Just completely negative because of the stuff that Craig Lewis said about him. Mm-hmm. But then, recently, when I saw some of his lyrics, I was scratching my head like, wow. You know?
And again, sometimes these artists do put out some positive information, but you gotta, again, we're not trying to endorse them because we know that they have other music that we do not support.
Yes.
Right? So we want to make that clear that we're only talking about certain lyrics. And we are in no way giving an endorsement to any of these groups.
That's right.
We just want to point out the messages
right.
in certain songs, because some of these songs was telling the true history of our people.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? And so the fact that the music industry decided that they were going to turn things around, someone pointed out that rap music went out from, giving positive warning messages to now they have the gangster rap. And someone else pointed out that they have this agenda, this deviant sexual agenda that they're trying to push through the music now. So the agenda is changing through the black music industry, because you have some people who have bought into it, right?
That's right.
They said, we're going to throw money at this. We're going to encourage them.
Yes.
There was one rapper who actually said recently, he said they actually pay us to give the most negative lyrics imaginable.
Yeah.
They are encouraged to put the most negative stuff out there imaginable. So this stuff is by design, y'all.
Right.
It's by design. It's not by mistake. It's by design. They have a goal, and that goal is to destroy.
That's right. It's kind of like this, y'all. I want you to understand what's going on, right? So, you can't just preach a negative message and people just start gobbling it down. They have to do it little at a time, and that's how they did it. It's almost like back in the days. You got to know when black folks started eating chitlins, which is gross, right? That they didn't just start loving them right away, but because they were starving, they were hungry, they started eating these things, right? And over time, they got to the point they started treating it like a delicacy, right? That's what they're doing, right? So they put this music out there and these bad lyrics out there, and people gobble it down little at a time, little at a time. Next thing you know, they done develop an appetite for these horrible lyrics.
Yes.
So it's easy for them to put these horrible lyrics in a song, nasty songs and nasty rap songs and gangster rap, killing and just all types of sins in these songs. And people just gobble it down because now they've gotten an appetite for it.
Yes.
Because now they got it in their spirit and they out there trying to live them kind of lives.
Mm-hmm.
You got guys out there actually living a ride or die life, right? You got men and women out here living these sexual deviant crazy lives, right? And so they got an appetite for it.
Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do, we're going to show you, give you a hint of some of the lyrics that were out there. Again, these are not endorsements of these artists. We know that they have other stuff out there that we do not support. We're just talking to you about some lyrics that caused those that throw the money to say we've got to change this thing.
Yeah.
Just like they destroyed the love music between black men and black women, they said we're going to have to destroy these positive lyrics too, where they're trying to warn people. You know,
exactly.
we got to get in there. So here's from a song from KRS One. I'm just gonna read the lyrics to it.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't start. I didn't get the lyrics at the beginning. I just went right to the juicy stuff that I want you to hear.
Okay. I don't have the titles of these songs.
That song is actually called. Let me see something here. This song.
We got the titles to some of them, but not the one for KRS One. Maybe one of you will know the title once we start reading.
Why is it?
Okay, why is it?
Why is it? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start reading some of the lyrics. It says, "Why is it young black kids taught black? They're only taught how to read, write, and act. It's like teaching a dog to be a cat. You don't teach white kids to be black. Why is that? Is it because we're the minority? Well, black kids, follow me. Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this fact, they can't laugh at you. Genesis 14 verses 13. Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was black. Abraham, born in the city of a black man, called Nimrod grandson of Cam. Cam had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was the father of Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons for real. And these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, Egyptians descended from Ham. 600 years later, my brother, read up. Moses was born in Egypt. In this era, black Egyptians weren't right. They enslaved black Israelites. Moses had to be of the black race because he spent 40 years in Pharaoh's place. I rest my case.
Yeah.
I threw that one in there.
You did it well. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? See, isn't that interesting that he knew what the truth and he was kicking it in this song? right? He was kicking it in the song, trying to tell us, hey, they telling y'all lies. We're going to tell you the real history. We're going to tell you the real truth. He put it in a song. And you know they didn't like that. Oh, man, he put it in a song?
Yes.
They were like in a rap song. They're like, no. We got to change this. Come on. We need y'all calling black women B's and H's. We need y'all ready to kill and shoot each other and beat each other down. And we need this black on black against black on black crime to rise. We don't need you singing and trying to wake these people up.
Right. And so they started throwing money at it.
Yes.
And they went after a certain group of people.
Yes, they did.
And they said, okay, we're going to get this younger group over here. And we're going to try to get them to outshine this group that's kicking knowledge. And we're going to tell them, hey, why don't you start singing about B's and H's?
Yeah.
Okay? Sing about that. Here's a check for $50,000.
Yeah.
Sing about that.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll pay for you to throw some women in the videos. You know, women, you like that, don't you, young fella? Yeah. Here's $100,000. Put a few B's and H's in your video, right?
Yeah.
And do some rump shaking. You know, rump shaking. You know that stuff y'all like to do. Yeah. That stuff. Put that in there.
Twerk. Yeah, there you go. Just keep on twerking. As a matter of fact, I know he's calling you an H and he's calling you a B, right? But hey, we're paying you for it though, right? So go on and do that dance, you know? I'm telling you, this is some crazy stuff, but this is exactly what they did, right?
Yeah, and they say, tell about your experience. Didn't someone shoot at you?
Yeah.
Have you ever been shot at before?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you've been shot at before. Let's talk about that. What did you feel like doing to the guy that shot at you? Come on, tell us about that. We want to hear about that in your songs. Tell the world what's going on.
Yeah, and now watch this. Notice, look at the number of rappers that used to sell drugs. And so they tell them, talk about that. Talk about, I'm going to get mine, you going to get yours, right? I want you to do songs about this, you know, about how much money you rolling and making and all of this. I want you to push it, right? And then they get these other artists to come out, right? Like Eric Kelly and some of these other artists, they come out and what they do is they start showing you the bling. They gonna show you all the gold and show you them driving around in Rolls Royces and all of this kind of stuff. And they get these young people hyped up. Man, I want me a Rolls Royce. I want me a nice car. I want me some bling bling, right? But how you gonna get it? Did you go to school?
Nope.
You didn't go to college? Nope.
Did you start a business?
You start a business?
Nope.
You got any skills? Nope. Well, I do know how to sell drugs. Oh, that's how you gonna get it.
Well, talk about that.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Exactly.
We'll pay you big.
That's
As a matter of fact, here's a bonus for you. $100,000. Go out and have yourself a good weekend.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a new car. Drive around through your neighborhood. You're gonna be the talk of the town, kid.
Yeah.
All of your buddies are gonna be. You're gonna be the envy of all of your friends.
Yeah, so you wearing around in your car the big ball of shot caller, you know?
And that's how they get them.
That's how they get them.
Literally. Right. Some have talked about how the industry will, thank you, Patty Brown says, Salt and Pepper started the Hoish movement, okay? So what they do is they throw this cash at you.
Yeah.
Many have talked about how they will give them, they will have a meeting with them. And let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all what this meeting reminds me of. We had a similar meeting. Yep. I know how this thing goes. Thank you, Abba Yah. Someone said something about Satan's devices. Yep. Be not ignorant of Satan's devices. Yep. We were in real estate, y'all. Okay? Yep. We were in real estate. And there was a project that we wanted really, really, really bad. Yep. Now, the Most High, in all of his goodness, his kindness, and his mercy, he gave me a dream way ahead of time before I even knew anything like this was in the works. Yes. He gave me this very, very vivid and clear dream that this Gentile was trying to rob us, right? Yep. Now, at gunpoint, exactly, trying to take everything from us. Now, of course, the dream had a whole lot more details than what I'm sharing. I don't want to get too far off topic. But at the time that this dream came into fruition, we were sitting before someone who had a contract as well. Okay, there was an apartment building that we were trying to buy in the city of Detroit. And first of all, there was a Gentile that he was talking to us about the project. He was hyping us up and trying to make us feel a certain kind of way. Such and such told me about you guys, and you guys are very smart. Told me what you guys are doing in real estate and blah 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 this and blah 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 that. Right? Mm-hmm. I felt like it was hype talk.
Yeah.
And so when this particular project was presented, we wanted this apartment building really bad. And they know that many black people, when they see an opportunity, they get excited, and that a lot of our people will do anything for money, right?
That's right.
And so he sat there before us with this contract. In this contract, I'm going to make a long story short. In this contract, he had it drafted out. Yep. And as we read through the contract, and I'm going to just give you some of the items in the contract. It basically said that in order for them to fund this project and to minimally fund the repairs, because what they were offering to give us to purchase the building, it was hardly anything in there for the repair. So we would have been stuck trying to figure out, well, how are we going to repair this? We own it now. How are we going to fix it up, right? And so that in mind, we already knew what we were up against in terms of repairs. And so when he gave us this offer, this is what I'm willing to lend, but this is what I want in return. I'm going to lend this amount, but not only do I want a lien on every last one of your rental properties or your investment properties, but I also want a lien on your primary residence, which had nothing to do with any of our real estate investments, right?
That's right.
So at the time we had 30 rental properties and a couple of apartment buildings, and we were trying to get that third one, right? Yeah. And so he wanted a lien on all of that. Now, all of that combined was way more than what he was trying to lend us.
Yeah,
he was trying to lend us so little, it was ridiculous, right? Again, it wouldn't even cover the repairs. And so that being said, not only did he want to lien on all of our property and our primary residence, but he says any business that we start now and in the future for the next 30 years, he wants 50%. Yeah. And then he went on as far as to say any business that any of your children start in the next 30 years, he wants 50%.
This was a contract, y'all, written out contract that he was trying to get us to sign.
For one property, and which he was only giving us minimal. He wasn't even giving us 100% financing to finance the repairs and the purchase, right?
Right.
And so as I looked at that contract, as Watchman and I looked at it and we were reading over it, in the middle, some of you all have heard us talk about this, but in the middle of reading this, I started laughing like crazy. I was laughing like crazy.
I was like, what's going on? My wife told me, she said, this is the dream.
I said, this is that dream, baby. This is that dream, baby. And I was laughing. He said, hey guys, it's not personal, it's business. I mean, what's so funny, guys, Mm-hmm. And we said we ain't signing this. We are not signing this. We are not signing this. Hey guys, it's not personal. It's business. And so we were going. So you want 50% of everything, and you want to lean on everything we own. And if I was free to speak back then, I would have said more. But I would have said you are out of your cotton picking lunatic mind. Yeah. I didn't have enough nerve to say it back then. I would today, but I did say we ain't signing this, and I did laugh my head off. And it took me, how long did it take me to stop laughing? Anyway.
Man. Yeah. It was amazing. It really was amazing.
But that's what a lot of young people are up against. Yeah. We were young at the time too. Yeah. I was in my 20s and he was in his 30s. Yeah. But imagine a young person who have nothing at all, and somebody's telling them today you can walk out here with a check for $50,000, $100,000.
They like, man, $100,000. I ain't never seen that kind of money, man. Just to do a rap song, man. And they'll oh, I'm doing this here, and that contract could have them bound to all kinds of stuff. You understand me? And that's how they get them. Yes,
and that's what has happened. Many of them have come out and said exactly that they lured them in. See, for them, $100,000 is a drop in the bucket. Yes. They can drop that and won't even miss it. To them, it's just like throwing a couple of dollars in the offering plate, right? But you have this lifelong contract where you're tied to this person for the rest of your life, right? And so a lot of our young people, A lot of our young people, like Brother Jeremiah said, they'll take it without a question.
Yeah.
They'll take it without a question. Even if they're 18, someone would say, well, they're technically adults, so they could have made that decision. But that is a lifelong decision that literally destroy lives, right? And so that's what a lot of our young people are up against. They go after money. The Bible says, the love of money is the root of all evil.
Didn't they say TLC had gotten into some situation like that?
They claimed that some of their songs made millions, but they only made like 50,000 or something like that.
Exactly.
Because they were saying, well, we spent all of this money on this video that you wanted.
Exactly.
You know, I think Chasing Waterfalls was one of them. If anyone knows anything about that, but they said that their music video was so extravagant that is hardly any money left. So this is all we have left for you guys.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So we want to get into some more of these lyrics.
Yeah. And so that's what we're saying. It's incredible that this is how life is in the industry. When people try to get out into the rap industry and the music industry, it's crazy. It's really crazy, and this is why you see such a change. This next artist we're going to talk about is let me see here on this one here. Is Arrested Development. And Arrested Development had several really positive songs. You know, one of the songs that I really liked that was positive was a song called Tennessee. And one of the things he said in Tennessee, he's actually praying in the song.
You can read that one.
That's what I thought was nice. Yeah, I can read that one. It's Arrested Development. The name of the song is called Tennessee. And in the song he says, Lord, I've really been real stressed. Down and out, losing ground. Although I'm black and proud, problems got me pessimistic. Then he says, brothers and sisters keep messing up. Why does it have to be so damn tough? I don't know where I can go to let these ghosts out of my skull. My grandmama passed. My brother's gone. I never at once felt so alone. I know you're supposed to be my steering wheel, not just my spare tire. But then he goes home. Somebody said they go home, and then he says, but Lord, I ask you home to be my guiding force and truth. Home for some strange reason it had to be. He guided me to Tennessee. And that's what he said in the song. He guided me to Tennessee. And then he says, take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Then he says, Lord, it's obvious we got a relationship, talking to each other every night and day. Although you're superior over me, we talk to each other in a friendship way. Then out of nowhere, you tell me to break out of the country into more land. Interesting, huh? I thought that was very interesting when I heard the lyrics and the song. I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. He said the Most High told him to go to Tennessee, to get him some land and go to Tennessee, get him out of the areas. And that's what the song he talks about in the song pretty much, and how it was blessed, such a blessing to go there, that the Most High told him to go there, and that he had a plan for him. Interesting.
The fact that he's a rapper.
Yes.
And he's rapping about what the Most High, told him to do. That in and of itself is very interesting, because they had different messages back then, but we see the total opposite happening today, where it is just off the chain.
That's right.
Off the chain. And it's not just rap music. They got something now called trap music. Now, some of this music I've heard, some of this stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid, y'all. Some of this music today sounds stupid. If you're out and about and you're hearing it in the background, you're hearing it in the store or wherever, you say to yourself, I can't believe that they are calling this stuff music.
Right, exactly.
Now, one of the ones that really stands out to me, and I saw what some of you all were saying about Lauryn Hill, but we are going to stay on topic of what these particular lyrics are saying. What happens again? Like I said, people got to stand. When you make a stand, stand there for. Okay,
that's right.
Don't back down. And sometimes, for whatever reason, these people will cause folk to back down. But we have to understand this: if Yah before you, who can be against you?
Yeah.
If Yah before you, who can be against you? We got to make sure that, we don't allow ourselves to put our guards down.
Yes.
What is putting our guards down? That's when you take off the armor.
Yeah.
The Bible tells us to put on the whole armor of Yah that we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You can't afford to take that armor off for 1 second.
Nope.
Like I was saying the other day, y'all. For no reason at all. Devil ain't got to be doing nothing to you. Sun can be shining. Sky can be blue. Butterflies fluttering around. Flowers everywhere. Satan, I rebuke you in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. No weapon that is formed against me shall prosper. You send the devil running. You say you have that devil saying, man, I wasn't even bothering you.
Yeah.
Why she say that? I wasn't doing nothing to you. Right? Swing that sword. I don't care what's going on. By his stripes, I'm healed. You can be feeling good. By his stripes, I'm healed. Right. Swing that sword. Keep your head on a spiritual swivel, family, because the enemy, he got so many devices out here, so many fiery darts, so many different weapons that he's using, and we got to use our weapons as well. And so that's what I got to say when it comes to Lauryn Hill and whatever else she's going through. Whatever she's going through, oh, Abba Yah, have mercy, bring her back home if it be your will. Okay?
I want to say this real quickly, too. What my wife said about that, about keep just swinging the sword, just swinging it. You know why you got to be that way? Because, watch this, right? So, it's kind of like you're sitting there, right? And what does the scripture say about the devil? That he goes out and does what? Like a roaring lion, he's doing what? He's seeking. He's sneaking and seeking, right? So he's sneaking up behind you, and sometimes you don't even know it, right? He's sneaking and planning and coming around you trying to do these things. But imagine this, right? I'm sitting here and somebody coming up, sneaking up behind me, and I don't know it, but then I just out of nowhere just swing the sword. Like this, right? He gonna get hit. He gonna be, look, it'll get to the point to where he'll be like coming up behind, he'll be like, I don't know if I should get too close. Because I bet he about to swing that sword. Because you swing it too much.
All the time.
All the time. He gonna be like, man, I can't eat. I get within 10 feet, he's swinging a sword. I get within 5 feet, he's swinging a sword. Last time, he almost got me. It'll make him back up and stay away from, because you swinging that sword all the time.
Resist the devil.
Yep.
And he will flee from you.
Yeah, that's
right. For no reason at all. Rebuke that devil.
Rebuke that devil.
Okay. Yep. Lauryn Hill, I Get Out. Okay, so that one right there, she was telling a story. And I believe she got in trouble for this particular album where she released, and I believe this was a release that she did on her own, right? Yeah. She says, I get out. I get out of all of your boxes. I get out. You can't hold me in these chains. I'll get out. Father, free me from this bondage, knowing my condition is the reason I must change. Your stinking resolution is no type of solution, preventing me from freedom, maintaining your pollution. I won't support your lie no more. I won't even try no more. If I have to die, oh Lord, that's how I choose to live. I won't be compromised no more. I can't be victimized no more. I just don't sympathize no more, because now I understand. You just want to use me. You just say love, then abuse me. You never thought you'd lose me, but how quickly we forget. And nothing is for certain. You thought I'd stay here hurting? Your guilt trips just aren't working, repressing me to death, 'cause I'm choosing life. Yo, I'll take the sacrifice. Yo, if everything must go, then go. That's how I choose to live.
Isn't that interesting? You see, they were putting messages out there, positive messages, trying to let you know, hey, you don't want to be boxed in like I'm boxed in. You don't want to be stuck like I'm stuck. And that's pretty much what she was saying in the song. She's like, I'm getting out. I'm getting out of this thing. I'm getting out of it,
Yes.
you know? And you see a lot of things happen to her. You know, a
Yes.
whole lot of things happen to her. Maybe it's because she was trying to get out. Is why a lot of this stuff happened to her. But see, people,
because that's what happens.
Yeah.
The enemy say, okay, you don't want to play the game no more, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to play the game. Okay, I tell you what. But we have to understand this. If we put that whole armor of the Most High on,
Yeah.
you got to put on the whole armor of the Most High, so that you can stand, right? And when you put that armor on, you can resist the devil, and he will flee from you. The Most High will send the enemy packing and running, right?
That's right.
The Most High will send him. As a matter of fact, we got to send up the right kind of prayers, family.
Yeah.
We can't get involved in these industries. I don't care how thick the money is. I don't care how thick the temptation is.
It's a trap.
Let it go. It is a trap. Exactly.
Trap, yeah.
That's what makes me wonder. Trap music is that's what it all about?
Yeah.
Because they don't even have talent. Some of this stuff is talentless releases of music.
Yeah.
And I don't even understand how folk get into it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So there it is again, though. You know how it seemed like over the years, the music industry has just been producing some horrible stuff, and people get tied up into the music industry, and then they're like, man, they want out, and a lot of times they'll try to get you to sell your soul.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to be careful of this music industry. You got to be careful of the music that's being played, because it's all to program your mind. That's what this music is for, and that's why they were doing these songs calling women B's and H's, and you a gangster, you know, and a ride or die gangster. I'm shooting and killing and all this, you know. This is all of this stuff because they're trying to program the minds of those that listen to the stuff, and they know it. You see?
Yes.
Who we got next on the list here?
We gonna talk about Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
Yeah. You know what's amazing? When I first saw the video, Public Enemy, I think it had something to do with Spike Lee or something. I was looking at something at Spike Lee, and then I saw this Public Enemy video, and I said, let me see what this is about, right? When I saw it and listened to what he was saying, I said, this is very interesting, you know, because the lyrics were very positive. What he's saying in the video, in the song, it's called "Fight the Power, Public Enemy." Now, I don't know what else Public Enemy done put out there. You know what I'm saying?
So we are not saying...
We're not endorsing any of their music. None of these artists' music. We're just simply saying that there's some messages out there that some of these artists have put out there. And it's so wonder that now we don't hear these kind of messages in the songs. It's all this negative stuff, right?
One thing I want to point out before you read the lyrics to the Public Enemy, Stella White put the full scripture in there. The part of the resist the devil and he will flee from you, that also involves submitting yourself to the Most High Yah as well. Submit yourself to Yah, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. So when you submit yourself to Yah, that is a very important piece of the puzzle, right? When you submit yourself to the Most High, you get yourself under the protection of the Most High as well.
Right.
And so when you fight the devil, he's going to run from you.
He's going to run, that's right. Awesome, awesome. This song by Public Enemy is called "Fight the Power." It says, fight the power. We've got to fight the powers that be. As the rhythm designed to bounce, what counts is that the rhymes designed to fill your mind. You hear this? You hear what he says? See, he understood the rhyme, the rap that I'm putting in this song is designed to fill your mind. So what if somebody is rapping about killing them, shooting them?
Right.
And that's all it is designed to fill your mind, right? He's telling you right in the song. Now that you've realized the prize arrived, we've got to pump the stuff to make us tough. From the heart, it's a start, a work of art to revolutionize, make a change, nothing strange. People, we are the same. We are not the same. Cause we don't know the game. What we need is awareness. We can't get careless. You say, what is this? My beloved gets down to business. Mental self-defense fitness. Don't rush the snow. You got to go for what you know. Make somebody see in order to fight the powers that be. Let me hear you say, you talk about fight the powers that be. Mm-hmm. Interesting, huh? Mm-hmm. What powers is he talking about fight that be?
Yeah.
The system that's controlling everything, that's keeping you down and keeping you bound in this stuff. That's why I remember I was looking at some videos years ago, and they were talking about how all these guns just end up in Chicago in the black neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. Just end up there. And they was talking about how it looked like somebody with a truck just showed up one night in the black neighborhood and just was handing out guns.
They said they dropped a box. They would drop boxes that already had the weapons in them because they knew that they were going to converge them. So they hid themselves. They dropped the boxes off and boom, come and get these weapons. You know, who do you suppose would do something like that? Yeah, they're saying we're gonna supply them with the tools to just wipe their own selves out. Yeah. And see,
that's something. You hear this?
Enough folk don't understand this. They don't understand how the system works. And they don't even know this stuff is happening. Wow. A lot of these young folk ain't out here buying guns. Some of them are, right? Some of them are, but some of them are out here getting them in the streets because someone flooded the streets with them. Because they knew that somebody in the black community was going to be foolish enough to sell them.
Wow. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Real interesting. I think we have one more. Is that the last one? Let's see. No, it's two more. Okay. This one here is Where's the Love by Black Eyed Peas. I'll let you read that one. It's this one, and then this one here is the rest of it.
Okay. Where's the Love by Black Eyed Peas. But if you only have love for your own race, then you only leave space to discriminate. And to discriminate only generates hate. And when you hate, then you're bound to get irate. Yeah, madness is what you demonstrate. And that's exactly how anger works and operates. Man, you ought to have love just to set it straight. Take control of your mind and meditate. Let your soul gravitate to the love, y'all. People killing, people dying, children hurt, hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us. Send some guidance from above. 'Cause people got me questioning. Where is the love? Love. Where is the love? Love. Where is the love? Where is the love?
Interesting. Here he is praying in the song.
Yes.
Again, another artist praying in the song, saying, Father, Father, help us. They got us killing each other. You know, we killing each other and all this stuff. And then he says, take control of your mind and meditate. Wow. Mm-hmm. I thought, man, I'm like, you know what I mean? Because I heard about Black Eyed Peas. I didn't know nothing about them. I didn't listen to their music. Still don't. But I'm just looking at the lyrics and I'm saying, this is amazing. Right. You know, some of the things that they put out there, right?
Now, y'all know we did the series Satan's Musical Prophets.
Right.
We were showing through that series, and y'all willing, we will continue on as y'all wills when we get an opportunity. But we were showing through that series that the enemy, again, got into black music and decided to topple any type of stability that we could have had. It started off with all kinds of things, right? That love song that used to be joining man and woman together turned into a song of lust, right? All of that positivity, all of that talking about what was going on. Think about Marvin Gaye's song, Make You Want to Holler, right? He was talking about send them off to die, talking about sending our children off to war. All of these things were messages meant to educate, right? But then they got in there. They decided that we are going to mess things up. We're going to get all in your head, right?
So he went from Make You Want to Holler to Let's Get It On.
Yes.
You see that, right? Here it was, a nice positive song, Make Me Want to Holler, talking about what's going on, right? And then next thing you know, Let's Get It On. Because that's how they did the industry, right?
They really, really wanted to destroy the messages that were coming forth in music.
That's right.
And so someone pointed out that there are some who are trying to come back with positive music, but he said they don't blow up. Someone said that early on in the chat, that those people don't blow up. The ones who blow up, though, you got folk like Lil Nas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Folk like that, they blow up, though.
Yeah.
The positive messages, the prophetic messages, the warning messages, those things don't blow up these days. That's right, Brother Michael Brown. Wedding songs, they don't promote that kind of stuff anymore. You'd be surprised. It would be a surprise to even get a wedding song that's being played anymore.
Wow.
Most of it is about some type of sensual sexual rendezvous that you are not permitted to. Right? Yeah. India Ari was another positive one that had positive messages. Yeah. But again, the enemy got in there and they said, we're going to make sure that others, we're going to make sure that others rise to the top, and all of this stuff sinks to the bottom.
Yeah. Interesting. The last one we got here, and I know, and trust me, there are a lot more artists out there that had some positive lyrics. You know, a lot of them out there was trying to put positive lyrics in their songs and stuff back in the days. This is just a few of them that we came across. The next one is called, is by an artist called Slick Rick, and the song is called Young World. Now I want you to listen to the lyrics of this song, right? This is what he said. This rap here, it may cause concern. It's broad and deep. Why don't you listen and learn? Love means happiness that once was strong. But due to society, even that's turned wrong. Wow, he's telling you right in the song what we talking about, right? Then he says, times have changed. It's cool to look bummy. But, wait a minute, times have changed. It's cool to look bummy and the dumb dummy and disrespect your mommy. And be a dumb dummy and disrespect your mommy. So he said, it's cool to be this way. Disrespect your mommy, right?
Ain't that something?
Ain't that something? So this is what we're talking about, right? Then he says, have you forgotten who put you on this earth, huh? Who brought you up, right? Who loved you since your birth? So he's like, how you gonna disrespect your mommy? And she the one that raised you and loved you since your birth. Wow. Reward is a brainwashed kid going wild. Young little girls already have a child. Bad company, hey, now you're being framed. Your parents are hurting and ashamed. You're running yourself and your mommy can't cope. Hey, little kids, don't follow these dopes. Here's a rule for the non-cool. Your life don't drool. Don't be a fool like those who go to school. Go ahead and accomplish things. You'll see the wonder and the joy life brings. Don't admire thieves. Hey, they don't admire you. Their time's limited. Hard rocks too. So listen, be strong, scream whoopee-doo. Go for yours, cause dreams come true. And you'll make your mama proud, your mommy proud, so proud of you too. Interesting, huh?
Yes.
Again, a very nice message in the song and what he's talking about. And it's amazing how that first time I saw someone disrespect their mother, or he told me about it, actually, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You know how he told me he jumped on his mama. And I was sitting there, I was at the time, I think I was only about 16 years old. I'm sitting there looking at this dude I'm like, what? He said, yeah, man, I had to slap the old girl down this morning, you know? Go get at me about this, about that, because I got up a little late for school. I was sitting there looking at this dude. I said, man, this dude crazy.
He gonna be in the ground soon.
Yeah, probably already in there, you know?
Yep.
But I'm telling you right now, I've seen it a lot. And so, people like some of these artists that put these lyrics out there, they're trying to stop something. They're trying to make a change. They're trying to help with their lyrics. And it's just a shame that they have just totally messed things up. Like somebody said, now, you got people still trying to do these good lyrics.
Yeah.
But they don't sell.
Because guess what? Our people are so into the bad stuff now that to where the good stuff don't even appeal to them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, trying to reach our people right now, it's like it seems like a losing battle. It's not. Yeah. But it seems very difficult to compete with what the world has to offer. And that's really, really, truly sad. So we didn't want to be before you all too long. We just wanted to share some insight with you all on this topic. Yeah. You know, how things have changed. And we have to understand there were some people who threw some money at this industry because they knew that money would be the lure and the pull, that lure and pull on our young people. Yeah. And mission accomplished. Yeah, mission accomplished. It's sad, you know what I mean? When I see what's going on out in the world, the lyrics and the music industry, how it just really molded our people to where, you know, it's a shame. A person can go viral with a video that he can get on here and do a video talking about the nastiest, craziest stuff, and the video will go viral. You know, just craziest stuff. Those videos go viral. You just speaking truth, don't do nothing at all, right? But the crazy stuff, just like the one lady who did the video sitting on the toilet. Right. Video gets millions of views, right? Because they like to see our people clowning around. Clowning to the stepping fidgets of the world. They love to see the stepping fidgets of the world. Well, family, we're out. We just want to say we want you all to be blessed and thank you all for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Hallelujah. We want you to enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for taking this time with us. Yes, absolutely. Shalom, family. Shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.